Everybody. Oh my goodness. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I hope you guys are doing well. I am taking a lunch break and I thought I should maybe do a live. And I'm going to do a super mellow one and just hang out with you guys and swatch some things. So for some reason, my video is not popping up for me. Hopefully it's popping up for you. I don't know. So I can't see your comments yet. There it is. Now it's there. Okay. Amy, Vicky, Jamie, hi. How are y'all? Oh my goodness. I miss y'all so much. Hi, Noreen. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, good. Yeah, these are pretty fun. A couple of them I've been saving to share with y'all. I haven't touched them yet. Others I have. But that's what we're going to do right now. My family's coming in. They're all off today. So we'll have some noise in the background, but it's just happy kids and stuff like that. All right. I need to grab some paper to swatch on. Probably should have done that before I turned on the camera, but that's all right. I'm just going to use this inexpensive paper from Blick. It's sulfite drawing paper. The 80 pound is my favorite, and it's like $5 for 100 sheets of it. I think it's maybe $6 or $7 for this size, which is 12 by 18. I want to make myself some really large sketchbooks, and I just love this paper. It can hold water, acrylic paint, everything. It's just a great paper. Now, I wouldn't want to like create art to sell on it necessarily, but for like sketching and playing, it's really, really awesome. Busy with wedding plans for your daughter, Noreen. That is awesome. Oh my goodness, and your son's getting married too? Oh, congrats. That's really fun. Are you doing, I bet you're doing a lot, but I was wondering if you're doing any paper crafting for it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to share with you guys, I've had these Stabilo pencils. Here they are. I don't know if you can see that there. That helps. That I love to draw with. They are just awesome. What I love about them is getting them wet. So I have a lot of drawings. Let's see if I have any close by where I start with them and then get them wet, and I just love them. I don't think I have any close by, sorry. Anyway, so these are really cool. This is the black Stabilo, and then I looked around and I found some. I'll just show you. Of course, I'm kind of erasing the words, but that doesn't matter. But they activate with water, and it's lovely. And I find that once you activate them, it really doesn't lift again. So I looked for some in color, and although I think these are different, they give me the same result, but they're in color, and I just thought it would be fun to be able to sketch with these because I absolutely love these. I have a couple of them. Let's see, they came in a 3-piece set, and I have worn them down. Like, this one is the longest one I have left. So I knew it was something worth investing in because of how much I love them. All right, so I'm going to swatch these out real quick because I have a lot I want to show y'all. What have you guys been up to? A lot of card making, wedding planning, life. I've been up to a whole lot of life. No time. I try to sketch maybe 10 minutes a day if I can, but that's about it. And then this one should be, I mean, it's black. It should just replace my black one. And, well, I don't know. I don't always swatch white because obviously you can't see it. All right, let's get them wet. I have random brushes here. All right. They do get wet, but you can tell like this black one just smears, which I really, really like about it. And these don't travel as much. They don't move as much. I have to get my finger in there to get them to move. So they definitely act different. These are ones that you can smear when they're dry. So that might be, if I wanted, you know, a lot of movement, that might be the approach I'd have to take, is to smear it first and then add my water. At some point, I want to go to an art store and see if I can find this other one that I love so much in color. But these will work for now. I mean, they're just for quick sketches and drawings. So, you know, they're fine for now. What I am really enjoying are sketchy lines. So I do think I'll be able to use them and enjoy them. All right. So that's what these are. All these supplies I got on Amazon at some point. These, hey Crystal, how are you? These here are called Woody, and they're from Stabilo as well. And you know, I have the Neo Color 2s, and they're basically the same thing. And actually the Neo Color 2s are a better value. Like, they're cheaper. There's more of them. But I wanted to try these. I thought they'd be fun for my kids. I liked how chunky they were and how big the nib is on them. Like, how chubby and chunky they are. So I have been playing with these. I really like them. The other thing about them, though, is they're really like shiny compared to like the Neo Colors. I definitely like the Neo Colors better. I saw Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, review them after I had already bought them. And probably if I had seen her review, I might not have bought these, or I might have bought only the pastels, but I'm still really enjoying them. I think if you're a heavy pressure person, if you tend to like really press down and color hard, then these would probably be what you like. And then I did see someone comment, like, if you have arthritis, because these are so big and chunky, that it's easier on the hands, which I could totally see that too. You took a crafty break, Amy? Yeah, I know. I was forced to take a break just due to life circumstances, just busyness and lots of things going on, and just being pulled and needed for other things. But I'm trying to get back, and I do miss it terribly. So probably these live videos is mostly what you'll see from me for a little while. I have a ton, like, if my phone is full of videos recorded and not edited. So eventually I'll get to that. So these, again, I'm really liking, because I have lots of watercolor. What I like about these is I can combine both of these mediums. So I can combine the charcoal and these oil pastel kind of items with my watercolor, but get these heavy strokes. That's just something I really like. If you've seen like urban sketching, then, you know, I really like that. I like the etched look. I've been trying to kind of narrow down a focus for me of like what kind of art I want to create and what does it look like, what are the techniques. And I definitely like the etchiness. I like bright colors, but I also like stuff that's a little moody. So I've just been trying to explore that more when I can. Crystal, you're in a lot of pain. No, I'm so sorry. Okay, these are the Kuretake graphite colors. There are other brands that do graphite colored and graphite medium. The one I'm thinking of off the top of my head that they do have something I'd really like to get is Derwent. They have this really cool pack out right now where you get like the pencils, you get the pans, and you get some other stuff, which I think is really cool because you could try out different mediums. But I went with Kuratake because honestly, guys, if you have not bought any watercolors, but you're interested in buying watercolor, I have officially made Kuratake my first recommendation for you. You can get a professional watercolor at a very inexpensive price. I love the big pans that they come in, and they're available easily on Amazon. It's not something you'll have to hunt down at an art store or at a special site. So they are officially my first recommendation. Oh my gosh, I love that color. Love that color so much. I know I'm gonna love all these colors, which is why I bought them. They are definitely moody. These are just beautiful to me. Just so gorgeous. Oh, and you can see they re-wet so easily. Oh my goodness, these might be like my favorite. There is some granulation here, but they are definitely like granulating, which is a big old bonus for me too. So here are the Kuretake graphite colors. So pretty. The saturation, the cool thing about Kuretake is they last a long time because the color, hopefully you guys, I'm here. Hopefully I didn't lose you for long. Anyways, I love these so much because there are a lot of colors here. First of all, that strum my heartstrings. Like, these are my kind of colors. And also, a lot of these colors would require me to mix. If I wanted to mix these on my own, I mean, I could color mix and find similar colors. I would just have to add a lot of white. So to get a lot of these colors, I would have to add in a lot of white, especially for like most everything in this palette, with the exception of a couple of the rich dark ones. They will require white. And I thought, well, this is actually a really cool palette because they're already mixed for me. These are all colors that I could see myself using just whenever. So, and all the time. So that's why I chose to purchase this particular one, because it would just take less mixing for me. If I would just want to lazily paint with gorgeous colors, I know that I can do that. I'm just going to flip this paper this way and we'll swatch this one out. I have a timer going. Oh, we're only halfway in. I'm trying to hustle because I got to get back to work. This is my lunch break. Been working a ton, you guys. I've been working like 60-hour weeks. That's another reason I'm not editing videos. Spending a lot of time with the kids when I'm not working. So that's everything that's going on. That's one reason I've been away. So yeah, I got to get back to it. But I wanted to jump on here. I've been wanting to swatch these, and I didn't want to do it without you. Y'all are my people. I wanted to swatch with you. Oh, aren't these beautiful? Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. This makes me want to like paint a bouquet, like still life. And I love that I could do something like retro, like with the like some of these colors are definitely like very retro colorway, and I think it'd be so fun to paint like a still life that's like looks circa 1970s or something, and this palette would totally do that. I'll have to try to do that. These brushes I also are new to me. Some of them. I got them in a set. I paid like $15 and got, I don't know how many brushes, a ton of brushes. And they came in a brush holder, which to me looks like a bamboo placemat with a string on it. I've already taken a lot of the brushes out, but it came with all of these. I loved that they have long sticks, and I really like these like calligraphy-like brushes because they're great for watercolor. They absorb so much water, and they hold so much water that you don't have to re-dip as often. Oh, these are so pretty. Make sure y'all can still see. This is the last row. I don't know what the colors are because they're just numbered here on the palette. I'll bring this up close. So like 404, 405, 401, 16. But let me swatch these last two colors. I believe they have names on the inside of the palette cover. So, ooh, look at that. That's 1970s right there. We'll check it out. And then these colors with these colors, oh, it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be fun. This is probably like, I'm officially done spending, like this was it. As far as getting new watercolors, I only wanted things that I just didn't have. But I'm set now. Yeah, these are awesome. Okay, so these are the 2022s, and then again I had to do the graphite because wow, so amazing. Some of the graphite got on my table because it wasn't quite dry, which is really interesting. I'm going to flip this over for you guys. Like where it got patted out, just really cool. I'm touching it up everywhere. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let me clean this up. Let me show you the inside of the palette. Well, no, yeah, it does. It does have the grays. So saffron yellow, green gold, flax beige, ecru beige, pale pink, coral pink, potter's pink, vermilion, and then it just keeps going. So they do have them named. I think you can probably buy Kuratake open stock, but the sets really are pretty affordable, and it is high quality Japanese watercolor. One of the last things I have are these China markers, which are just like a wax base. These are the Sharpie brand. It's a permanent marker that you can use on glass, acetate, stuff like that. I got two of some of the base of the real like black and white, and then I just got one yellow, one red. There are those. I got these for a really specific purpose, sketching and things, but also working on acetate. So I had seen an artist who, she does a lot of different mark making on acetate, and then that way she can hold it over her paintings and decide if she wants to add those marks to her painting or not before she commits to it and maybe makes a choice that she's not happy with in the end. And I thought that was really clever. I mean, that's something we could even do with card making, you know. Well, hello there, Dawn, and hi, Katie. Hi, Susan Murphy. Hi. How are y'all? Yeah. I really liked, so she has a whole portfolio. Of course, I can't think of her name right now, but I'll try to find it because her channel is very inspiring and it has nothing to do with card making, but I think, you know, as card makers, we're so resourceful. We could turn it into card making ideas, right? But basically, she takes acetate, she punches holes in it, and then keeps them in a 3-ring binder. Sometimes she uses these markers, but not always. And I don't know, she'll just make some marks, you know, and she makes some marks like big, and then she makes some marks little and just off the edge or something. And that way she can take one of her paintings and decide if she likes it or not. So I was playing with color the other day, just playing with color value and playing with paint. But essentially the idea is that she can then like hold this over and kind of decide like, okay, I want some scribble, but I don't know if I want it high or low, or do I want it this way? Do I want it just off the edge? Oh, do I want some of these? Where would I put this in my picture? And so if you're creating abstract art, it's just very clever. And these are pretty permanent, so they're not gonna like smudge off of here. So then pretty easily you could create a template to have different marks. Now obviously as card makers, I think what you could do is take this, cut it down, and I've seen people do this with sentiments. If you stamp out your sentiments on acetate, then you could take that sentiment, hold it over your card, and see where you want it. So yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like the idea. These two, I was thinking as far as for my card making friends here, you know how hard it is to find a white for things, you know, adding highlights and stuff. Granted, these are pretty chunky, you know. It's not a thin tip by any means, it's not a fine tip. But I'm pretty sure it makes great little marks to go over your stamped images. I struggle with this. I just can't usually get it consistent. I mean, it's marking more now than it ever has for me before, but this is the Signo that everyone recommends. And I have very little luck with these. It might be because this is on acrylic paint that it's even working at all, but when I use it on my stamped images, I can really get it to work. So something like this might really help if you're trying to get white highlights on your stamped images. The China marker, they're like $1 each. Not an expensive art supply by any means. That's the swatching I have. How much time do we have? We have 7 more minutes. Let's see, is there anything I can show you guys? I've been wanting to show you guys some of the things I've been working on where, let's see, I don't know if I have them here. But basically, I start with a sketch, and then I keep kind of playing with it and refining it and doing different things with it. It's been so much fun. Y'all just hang out here and chat. Yeah, sometimes that works for me, Vicky, but not all the time. Like, I'll do that. I'll like try to mark it on my skin and see if it'll work better. Y'all hang out and chat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show y'all some abstract paintings I did this weekend. I'm back. Okay, so There's an artist here on YouTube. His name is Bob. He has a channel. I think it's called Bob Blast. B-L-A-S-T. Like it's a blast hanging out with Bob. And it is. He had this really fun... I'm gonna have to show y'all what Sparkle Heart and I did today. I mean, not today. No, last weekend. Okay, anyways, he did this really fun tutorial where you can make, like with acrylic paint, these fun abstract flower arrangement paintings. And once I started, you guys, I just could not stop myself. And so Carmen Sparkleheart was making fun of me. And she's like, are you going to paint anything else today? And I was like, I don't know. I really can't stop painting these arrangements. I think this is the... Oh, no, the next one. My mom picked one out. She came to pick up her mail. I will link his channel. Absolutely. And... yeah, you know, I think it just must be me with the Signo pen because the masses have spoken. It is everyone's favorite. I just have a hard time with it. But yeah, my mom picked this one when she came over. But this is such a fun technique that anybody can do it. I will try to find the video where he made these and gave the instruction on them. And once you start making them, you just really can't stop. I mean, I used the cheapest acrylic paints for these two. I didn't use anything fancy. I didn't use fancy paper. This is that same inexpensive paper from Blick that's like $7 for the whole, for 100 sheets of it. But I really like it. So this is, I think, my favorite out of all of them. It's the colors. So I used watercolor in the background and let it fully dry before I brought in the acrylics. And I don't know, I just love the colors on this one. I really, really had fun making these. No, it's that, Dawn, are you, Robert Burbridge, are you talking about that as far as who taught this? It's Bob. Bob's Blast, B-O-B-S-B-L-A-S-T. And it's super easy. Like, here, we'll just do the watercolor version. Real quick though. So Carmen was giving me a hard time about doing all of those flowers. And so I drew an ugly cat and I put ugly cat attack. And I was like, I held this up to her across the room because I did all this at the kitchen table. And I was like, fine, it's time for an ugly cat attack. And she came over, she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, we're just gonna paint ugly cats. And so ugly cats was the whole objective of this little session. And Carmen would tell me, this one's the worst, what colors to pick. Like, I started the face and then put this bib on it, and yeah, this one's like, don't call me baby, is what this cat's saying. It's like, I'm not a baby, don't call me a baby. And then this one's got the claws out. He's not real mad, but he's starting to get a little upset. This one reminds me of a Siamese cat that I used to have. And she was so sassy. Her name was Lucy, like I Love Lucy. And she would curl up with you and then she would just attack you. So she made an appearance in there. And then this one's like, hey, come at me, bro. I mean, he's super bad. He's got a red mohawk. The claws are definitely out. He's not happy. So everybody watch out for this ugly cat. And then this was the last one. So we had to end on a good note, you know, not all ugly cats are upset about something. They can be happy. So this was the end of the ugly cat attack. You know, it was 30 minutes of fun with my daughter. We had a blast just dreaming up these kitty cats together. I got to put them back in order because that's how my brain works. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate with watercolors super quick how, if I can, how these flower projects come to. And then you should definitely go check out Bob because it's his thing. It's not my thing. And you should go see how he does it. But basically, I need a paper towel. Now, he teaches this with acrylic paint. We're doing, well, we can do acrylic. We can do anything we want. A lot of the colors that I had are still at the top of the box. See, when I say I'm just using cheap, I mean, this is, you can get this at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, whatever. Some of it's not super cheap, but it's just what I had. So, you guys, when you see this process, I'm not going to do the whole page. I'm just going to do part of the page. You're going to be amazed. Y'all are going to, they're just so fun. And I think once you start, you might be like me and you can't stop. But I think you could frame these and give them as a gift. The holidays are coming. Maybe you have people who have everything and there's really nothing that you can buy them that seems personal, or, you know, make them a still life of abstract flowers. All right, here we go. Let the madness begin. All right, so I have a bucket of water that is out of y'all's view, but that's what I've been using. Okay, take a paper towel, dip it in water. Take some paint. Now I'm gonna do kind of a big, and start splattering. I said I wasn't gonna do the whole thing. Here I go. Kind of doing the whole thing. Splatter it around, okay? A little more water. I didn't find that, you know, that there was a perfect balance between water and paint. I just kind of did whatever I wanted. Now, if I want, for the sake of this video and to speed things up because my 30-minute timer is going off, I'm just gonna kind of put in a table for myself there. And now I'm gonna start just blopping this stuff in here. Technical term, blopping. Now, I'm doing it I'm doing an adaptation to Bob's method. So this way, when you go see Bob, you'll get a different version and you won't feel like you wasted, you know, too much time on this weird thing that Biddy Penny showed me. All right, let's do that. Then, yes, the timer's going off, Amy. And no one's yelling at Alexa yet. They don't know what the timer's for. They were gone when I started this. Okay, just gonna rough in a vase here. And like I said, this is my adaptation of the tricks he taught. So you'll get a completely different version when you go see Bob. Okay, I am gonna grab some of my watercolor. I think I'm gonna use this like retro green. I love a yellow green. Couldn't get that up, okay. And I'm just doing that for the background here real quick. It's fun to have paper that's not too precious, you guys. Inexpensive, this inexpensive drawing paper. It's just, you don't feel like, oh, I spent so much money on this sketchbook and I don't want to run the pages, or a canvas, or, you know, expensive watercolor paper. It's so nice to just have cheap paper that can handle a beating and you don't feel like too precious about it. Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, my method would be to put watercolor across the whole thing, let it dry, and then do the flowers, but I knew we didn't have time for that. So if you're doing this, go ahead and put your base background color down before you do the tap in. Okay, so now this is coming together. Yeah, blopping, yeah, totally. We're blopping right now. I mean, if you can twerk, you can blop. All right. I really feel like I want some green, so I'll just mix some because that's what yellow and blue do. And I'm gonna blop in, let's add some white in there. Let's just mix it up. Let's see what we get. Put some blue. It's an interesting green, and I'm just gonna kind of, I like turning my paper towel different directions and trying to get like, you know, some shapes, like the foliage kind of falling off the side. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like here, I kind of like it falling down the front of the vase, like on these. Here's one that demonstrates it with the green. I like that. I like it kind of cascading down the front. Yeah, I mean, this is not intimidating art, you know? Now, I do like some big, once I have it kind of at this stage, I like to put in some big flowers, you know? You need some show ponies in there who are ready to be front and center and shine. So I do like to have a few of those in there. We definitely need some green. You know what happens if you don't put things away? The next time you need them, they might just be right at your side. I mean, I put these away in their acrylic box, but I didn't put the acrylic box away. These acrylics are old, you guys. I've had these for probably 13 years. These Winsor & Newtons, they're just amazing. And these metal things. All right. This really needs touches of just a vibrant green, in my opinion. Now again, I'm kind of like wanting these long sprays. That's the word I'm looking for. Like greenery sprays to kind of come out here and work their magic. Every time I've ever tried to do a 30-minute video, you guys, I have not succeeded, but we're pretty much done now. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, it's fun. It's really fun. It's quite addictive. I mean, y'all seen the results. I have made so many of these. Then you can go back in and add other details. I know, Pam, right? Like, put things away. What? I have to say this. You know, I haven't been in my craft room sometimes once a week. If I'm lucky, I get in here over the last month, but sometimes I don't even make it in here once a week. So now I've come back and I've returned after this too long of a hiatus, 1 month. And I know I have to de-stash my heart out. I have too much stuff. It's overwhelming. It's totally overwhelming. And I didn't even know it because I was so immersed in it all the time. And it's like, once I left and came back to it, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is totally overwhelming. So I have a lot of de-stashing to do. All right, that's it. That's what we got here. Do I know what I'll do with all the flower paintings? Oh gosh, Amy, they'll probably go into a stack. In fact, I've told myself, Sala, hi, how are you? Big hugs. So yeah, I've been telling myself just to create on this inexpensive paper, to create on flat surfaces so I can store it easily. Um, Back when I was in college, I did a lot of abstract painting and I did it all on canvases, and it ended up being like, you just run out of storage place. But yeah, they're just for fun. But there we go. I did think, hey, these might be fun if I scanned them in and made like card ephemera out of them somehow, like shrunk them down to like card size, but I don't even think I can do that for these super giant ones. And these are really fun, you guys, because with all of these, very few of them did I paint edge to edge. Instead, I used my calligraphy ink, and the first thing I did was I drew out my kind of parameters, the square size that I wanted, and then filled it in. And this ink dries so fast, so that was easy to do. So I only did 2 edge to edge, these 2. And then these, the rest of them, the first thing I did is I grabbed a sheet of paper and I did my little area that I wanted to fill in, and I like that, and I would change it up and just do this stuff. So I did all that first and then I filled it in. That's kind of the way I've been working recently on pretty much anything that I do. Let me see if I have other examples, and then I gotta go. But I've been doing like these funky little landscapes, and this was just like a little study that I did. But I draw my parameter first, and then I paint inside of it. So that's what I've been up to when I can. Yeah, it's a fun thing. I thought one time, let me try this calligraphy ink and create like a square for myself to work inside, and now I guess it's a thing for me. You know, I don't know for how long, but it's a thing for right now. This one's really fun. Some of these are really let it like glop on there in my blopping, and it's real thick and texturized, and I like that. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really know how to turn 30 minutes into 42, don't I? I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks for everything. And I'll try not to take so much time off going forward and come back and share more with you guys and hang out with you more at least once a week, but hopefully more than that. So, you know, I hope this gives you some kind of inspiration in some kind of way, and that you just play and have fun. You can go blop some flowers down on some cards today, and these would make such great thinking of you cards, get well soon cards, anything you want. Like I could totally see this design being used in card making. You can go have an ugly cat attack, just whatever. All right, you guys, I will catch y'all next time. I'm going back to work. Bye. Oh, Cheryl, hi. Oh, missing you too. Go back and watch this video if you missed it. It'll give you some inspiration, hopefully. Big hugs, big kisses. You guys take care.